Namaste. I hope you're ready to practice. We are doing some back bending today, and we will do a lot of movement in between, like usual. So let's get onto the mat, and yeah, let's do some yoga. Come onto your belly, and take your elbows and your palms together, elbows to the ground and palms together. I'm going to take my socks off. It is freezing. And so, put those palms together, put the elbows to the floor, and pull your belly away from the floor. So, anchor those legs. Put those toe tips into the ground, and let those thighs lift away from the floor as much as possible. So, they're probably still touching, but put a lot of energy into the legs. Fire your glutes, and then always, above everything else, pay attention to how you're breathing. Connect your inhale and your exhale. And then you're going to look up, and then extend the arms, look up, and look down. One more time, looking up, looking down, and then neutralize and take your arms back on your inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time, in, exhale. Now you'll take your elbows to about mid-rib cage, come into a Sphinx pose. So you're aiming to get your shoulders right over your elbows. Your palms are spread, anchored, and you're going to look up and exhale down. Look up, exhale down. One more like that. Next time, you'll lift those elbows away from the floor, and then you're going to come down. You'll pull the hips back, so aim those hips up and back, and the elbows are going to lift away from the floor. So be here for a second, and then you're going to come forward, back to your belly, lift up, exhale, pull back, go forward, lift up, exhale, move from the hips as you pull back. The arms are straight, the chest is to the floor, and then you'll come back one more time like that. Let the heart open. Exhale. Now palms are going to come back to about mid-rib cage, and you're going to lift up halfway. Move the heart forward, really get into those legs. Lift again, relax. Take the head into it, but only if it feels good on the neck. So it's a little early. You don't have to go up high. Just warming up the spine. Warm it up, let the spine become more fluid. Exhale. Take note of where there might be any tightness in your spine. Stop at any of those places, and then just let breath, the prana, come in and warm it up. One more time. You're going to inhale, hold, take it a little higher, get those legs involved, belly in, up and up and up. And exhale. Now, pull your hands away from the floor again. Take the palms. Kind of rotate, and palms are up, but now they're going to rotate. And exhale. Feel for your shoulder blades. Exhale one more time. Inhale up. Hold here. Bring your palms together. Now bring your forearms back to the floor. And then we'll pull the hips back like we did earlier. So the hips are going to go back, and then pause here. You'll round as you exhale and inhale. Exhale as you lower. Inhale as you lift. Hold here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. You could put your forehead towards the ground if the neck has a little tightness in it. So pull those elbows back. They're parallel. Bring the shoulders over those elbows. Pull your hips back and come into forearm dog. So we do forearm dog a lot. Then lift those heels and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. One more time. Lift and lower. Take your right leg up to the sky and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. One more like that. And drop. Take your left leg up. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. One more time. Good. And then drop those knees. Take your feet as wide as the mat. So spread the feet. Lift those hips up. Anchor again. Lift your heels and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. Hold those heels up. Squat back as if you're going to sit in a chair and the elbows are going to straighten. So from here, you'll bring the shoulders over your wrists and then you're going to squat down. Drop your elbows to the floor. Squat back. Shoulders over the wrist. Squat back. Drop your elbows to the floor. Squat back. One more time like that. Drop. And then from here, you'll take those hips all the way down, so coming into the hips. You'll bring your hands into prayer position. Take those arms through those legs. Squat on the inhale. Exhale as you fold. Inhale as you squat. Exhale as you fold. And squat. Exhale. Inhale. One more time folding. Now you're going to come to your sit bones. You'll have a seat. Take your legs and extend those legs out. Keep the heart open. So you're kind of looking up, but you don't want the back of the neck to feel any strain. Send a lot of energy out of those legs, and then legs come together and open up. This is a core move. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. One more time. Then you'll put those legs together, drop them so that they're hip distance, and then come to your back. From here, you'll lift those hips up and lower. Lift, hold it up for a second and wriggle those shoulders underneath the body. Take your palms so that they're facing the rib cage and really anchoring into the floor. Now you're going to lift your heels to take your hips up a little higher, and then lower your heels, lift your heels, and lower your heels. Just a different part of the glutes are moving. You want your glutes to engage so that your lower back feels supported. One more time, hold it up, keep the heels up, drop the hips, and lower. Pretend like you're squeezing something with your thighs. with your calves and with your heels. And lower. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Lift. Lower. Lift and hold. Now drop those hips again. Hold belly in. Slow motion, you're going to come into happy baby. So let the feet go towards the sky. Grab somewhere between your shins. You could grab your feet. Drop those knees down if they go, but no forcing. Just let the lower back release. Now you're going to roll up. You're going to roll up to the front of the mat. Push yourself up. Take your arms behind your knees and then just hang here. Use your legs. So the feet are grounding. They're driving into the earth. You're growing roots. The hips are lifting up. The quadriceps, the fronts of the thighs are engaged. Then you're going to release those arms. Rise on the inhale. Take those arms up to the sky. Make a turn to the right. So make sure there's enough space between your heels. So the heel in the front is about the edge of the mat. The big toes are at the edge of the mat. You're going to take your hands and place them on your rib cage. So the elbows are going straight out to the side. And then you're going to exhale over that front leg. Make sure your belly's in. And then rise up. Pause. Turn back to center and then to the other side. Let the heart open here. Exhale over that front leg. Make sure you're breathing. And then lengthen back up. Back to center. Take the arms out and up. Exhale over those legs. Take a deep breath here. You're going to take that left leg. Move the heel back. So you're planting that back heel right in alignment with that front heel. And then you'll drop your elbows for just a breath. You're going to exhale down. Then inhale, rise up. Come into Virabhadrasana 1. Take a deep inhale here. That back leg is super powered. Bring your hands to your heart. From here, you can take that heart to the sky. And then come back through the center line. And then take your hands to the ground. Cross your right thigh in front of your left thigh. And then that left leg will extend into down dog split. Bring your left foot outside your left hand. Plant that back heel into the ground. Let the heart move forward. Drop your elbows towards the floor. It doesn't have to be, a big movement. It can be an inch, it can be a half an inch. And then move the heart forward on the inhale. Get into that back leg and come into Virabhadrasana 1. So first, getting that ground. Bringing your hands to your heart, and then aiming the heart to the sky. And then back through the center line. Take your left leg, front of your right leg, and then take your right into down dog split. This time, you'll bring your shin to the ground for Ekaraj. Lower down, lower your chest, bring your hands back, and lift and lower. Exhale as you lower. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. And let One more. Hold it up. Bring your hands shoulder width, and then drop the elbows down. Come into a bent elbow plank, and then take your left knee to your shin, lower, anchor that back leg, bring your hands back along your side, and open the heart. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, lift. And as you exhale, bring your forearms to parallel. Lift. Shoot that left leg back. Come to your belly and bring yourself into a Sphinx pose. Lift up. Come back down. Bring your hands back. Lift into a cobra. Make sure that the pelvis stays on the floor here. And you're breathing all the way up. And then back down. Bend your knees and grab your ankles. So you're going to take your ankles. Hold here for a second. Just let your shoulders open this way. So you're using your legs to pull your arms back. Keep breathing. And then push your toes to the sky. And then pull your feet back. That'll lift your chest a little bit more. And then maybe push your feet up a little higher. And then back a little bit more. And lower down. Hold for a second and let your thighs surrender. And release on the inhale. Take your arms forward. And then come back to the forearms. Pull those hips back like we did earlier. So come into Anahata Asana. Letting the heart melt. Now come back to the forearms again. Lift up. And from here, play a little bit. So you'll take your right leg up to the sky. You'll lower and lift, lower and lift. That's enough for some people. Some people are going to take it up a little bit more. So you'll lower and lift, lower and lift. So when you lower, the top leg is what does the work. The bottom leg just follows. Switch those legs out. The left leg is lifting and lowering. You have to press into those hands. Move your heart forward. So it's like you're diving your nose towards your thumbs. And then lift up and lower. Maybe I'll do a whole video on just Pinchamayurasana, peacock. One more time. And then lower down. Drop your knees. Let your feet go wide. You'll lift those hips up. You're going to squat back. Lift the elbows. Drop your elbows. Squat back. Now if you do this and it feels scary, because it might, when you drop your elbows and you dive your chest or your nose towards those thumbs, you're also pulling up and back. Sink back and grab those legs. So you're on the floor now. Your legs are extending. The heart is open. And you'll take those legs together. Open. And exhale, close. Open. And close. So this movement here isn't only coming from your legs. You're really engaging in your core. So suction, scoop that belly up and in. When I say suction the belly in, I mean suck it up and make it hollow. One more time, opening up, and then you're going to bring those legs together, drop your feet to the floor, and move your hips forward. Come to your back again. You're going to take your legs into a V shape. So the hamstrings open a little bit more. Energize through those legs. And add yourself a little resistance. So you can pull or you can just support. Just having your hands on your legs. But shoot the heels out. Now bring your thighs in. You're going to take the balls of the feet into the floor. Lift those hips up again. Wriggle the shoulders. Take your hands by your shoulders. So the palms are anchored. You'll come to the crown of your head. Surrender here. Be here for a second and make sure the thighs are squeezing in, and then lift yourself up. Then drop your heels to the floor. And I often teach that way because the toes tend to want to splay out in some people, and that keeps the toes from splaying out. When you come out, you can lift the heels. You have a little bit more space to ease back down to where you came from. You can also try it with your feet on the ground, but you want to make sure that the toes don't splay out, which is this. The knees tend to go out to the side, and sometimes you don't even feel it. So try to be aware that those feet go straight ahead and that you might have to work through some tightness in your hips. So you lift the hips up, keep the knees shooting forward, drive the heels and the big toe into the floor. Bring your hands by your shoulders, just like before. You'll come to the crown of the head, ease your way up here. Relax your neck. Stay with the breath. And then come down. You can lift your heels for more space. Ease down. Slow motion, happy baby. So that lengthen the lower back. Feels good. Let's do one more. I've always been, in any workshop or any class or anything relating to backbend, it seems like at least 3 is the magic number. So you'll lift those hips up, get your hair out of the way. Lift your hips up, come up. Use your breath. And then come back down. You don't have to lift your heels, but you can. Pull those knees in. This time you'll bring the soles of the feet together. Try to bring those arches towards your chest. Release the feet. You'll roll up into that fold so you can assist yourself. Take your arms around those knees and just dangle here. Keep breathing. And the shirt keeps falling. Release the the arms as you rise up. Turn to the right. Give yourself enough space for Parsvottanasana. You will take your hands either to the rib cage, or you can bring your hands in prayer position. Let your heart lift here and exhale over that front leg. Put a little smile on your face. And then lengthen forward as you rise up. Turn to the left. Open that heart. And exhale. Now rise up. Back to center. Release on the inhale. Hands down as you exhale. Inhale the heart. Take your left leg back. Bow down as you exhale. Get into those hips, into that hamstring. Rise up, pause. Bring your hands through the center line. Inhale. Hands again to the heart. Open that heart if you want to. Take the heart to the sky. And then again, back through the midline and down. Cross dog one. So you're crossing the right thigh over the left thigh. Down dog split. And then that left foot outside the left hand. Anchor the back heel into the ground. And bow. Make sure you're in your core. And then rise on your inhale. Hands through the heart. Hands again to the heart. Open. Back down. Cross dog. And then Ekaraj. Pigeon. To those forearms and bend your left knee. Hold it here for a second and feel everywhere in the body, so a body scan. Notice what's happening in your neck, in your spine, along from your neck all the way to the tailbone, and feel your hip, feel your jaw, kind of scan and go through the body, back and forth, inside and out. You're going to bring your hands back, and you'll aim your head to that foot. It doesn't have to come anywhere near it. It's just an aim. So you're arcing, opening the heart as you take the head back. Come back and forth, or up and down. Inhaling. And exhale. Just release it. It will come up enough to take your hands shoulder distance, and then bring it to the forearms. Switch those legs out. Plank first. Bring your left knee in. Make sure you get that front shin to the perfect position for you. So it will be different for everybody. It could be parallel to the front of the mat. It could be at an angle. Then you'll bend that back knee. Do another body scan. hands back, and aim that head for the arch of the foot. One more. And come down. Let your arms be parallel. Come into a bent plank. So you're going to lift up, shoot that left leg back, come to your belly, and bend your knees. Bring your hands back and just hold. Hold so the quadriceps can release. The hamstrings can release. And then pull those feet back enough so that you can let the shoulders relax a little bit. Let your chest just relax forward, and that'll pull your knees up a little bit. Just kind of play with it. Make sure your belly's in. So your lower back is supported by engaging your abdominals and your glutes. Now release. Let your forehead rest on the ground for a second and rock your hips. You can even take your hands and kind of give it a little bit of a rub. Just at the sacrum, maybe a little bit above the sacrum, because sometimes people have some tightness in their lower back, and it's also related to having tightness in your glutes. Everything is connected. So from here, you're going to take your hands back. You'll bend your knees, and you're going to bring your feet together. Let your chest move forward, and then aim your head for the feet. It doesn't matter if they get anywhere near the feet. You're rising and falling. And let it go. Shake the hips out. Take your arms back, forward reach, and then back to your forearms. Move your hips back. Let your chest go towards the floor. Slide your arms back. Come forward. Lift those hips up. Take your right leg up and lower. If you want to float, you can. Just play. Left side lift and lower. Lift that bottom foot up and lower. Drop down. Let your feet go wide. Lift your hips. Lift your heels. Lower those hips. Lift your elbows. Drop your elbows. So you're moving your hips back. You dive forward and drop your elbows. And then come all the way down. Grab those feet. Hold here. Let the thighs come together again. You're going to take those feet to the ground. One more set of back bends. Or Vidanyarasana. Or full wheel. So bring those heels in as close as you can. Remember to keep the toes from splaying out. If you have a yoga block, you can put your toes between one of those blocks and make sure that you're keeping the toes on the block. Bring your hands by your shoulders. Elevate those hips again. Come to the crown of the head and find Urdhva. Bring it back down. Good. Rock side to side. And we'll do one more back bend. Lift those hips. Come back up. And back down. One last happy baby. Bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your thighs together. Separate those legs and cross your right thigh over your left thigh and grab those ankles. Release and switch. Release the thighs, release the legs again. Hold it out one last time. You can take your hands on the inside of your shins. And then bring your thighs together. Bend your knees, hold those knees and let your arms be straight, feet dangle. And then let your feet drop. Let your arms fall to the side. Let your legs fully extend and relax. Let yourself sink into Shavasana. Letting go. Take a deep breath in. And then roll to your right. Bring yourself into seated. Bring your hands to your heart. And then take a moment to thank your body for all it does for you every single day. Take a moment to give thanks for having a body to express who you are. And then ask yourself, who am I? Namaste. Thank you guys. I'm so happy you were here with me, and I hope to see you again next time. Please subscribe, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you know when I post next time, which is most likely going to be on a Monday. Also, check the description box. I usually say some words, a little bit about the practice or what's going on within the practice, or an intention for the practice. Also, feel free to comment and let me know what you are thinking, feeling, what you would like to practice. If you want anything specific to focus on, I've gotten some requests to do some breakdowns, and it'll happen. It just has to happen as things unfold for me, because it's, as for everybody, been a little weird lately. So, have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time. Namaste. Love.